Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it is time for another edition of Rough Drafts. So this week, we have a very interesting format. We are playing triple Coldsnap. So I don't have much experience at all actually drafting the format, but I kind of know how triple small set formats work. They're very unique. So Coldsnap has 40 rares, 55 uncommons, and 60 commons. So what that means is we are going to see commons especially way more often than you would in a normal set. In a normal set, you might see two of each uncommon in an average draft. Well, in this format, we're going to see on average about four of each uncommon and potentially even more than that in one draft pod. So that makes things very interesting, and it's easy to pick up redundant effects. And that's especially important in Coldsnap, where they have Ripple, which is an ability where whenever you cast a spell that has Ripple, you look at the top four cards of your library, and if you find another copy of that card, you can cast it for free. And that, again, has Ripple, so you look at the top four again, so it can potentially spiral out of control pretty quickly. So we'll see how it goes. The other cool thing about Triple Coldsnap is that it's the most valuable of all the flashback formats. Has Counterbalance and Mishra's Bauble, is really expensive uncommons. Dark Depths is the chase rare. A bunch of like solid 2-tick-ish rares, and then other like decent uncommons. Lightning Storm is just under a tick. Cold Steel Heart just under a tick, and they were over a tick before the draft started. Plus, the snow-covered basic lands actually have value as well. And that's one of the things I've heard and learned about Coldsnap is you want to pick the snow-covered basics fairly highly, because you don't just get to make your deck almost like Wastes in Oath of the Gatewatch. You don't just get to add any number of snow-colored lands to your deck, and there's a lot of abilities that are interested in snow-colored permanents or snow-colored mana in specific. So to take advantage of those, you need to value snow-covered basics pretty highly. So hopefully we get a sweet deck. Also, hopefully we open some value. But with the two big uncommons, and the uncommons being fairly common, if that makes sense, since there's only 55 uncommons in the set compared to like 80 in a modern set, they show up more often. The odds aren't that bad that we get a Counterbalance or a Mishra's Bauble that almost pays for the draft by itself. Alright, so what do we have here in our first pack of Triple Coldsnap? Oh man. Alright, so we have a big crazy flyer in Adhikar Valkyrie. So Flying Vigilance, you can tap it whenever a creature other than Adhikar Valkyrie dies. You get to return it to the battlefield under your control. On the other hand, I think white is like the worst color, potentially. So I don't know if that should keep us from... I know Skred is a really powerful removal spell. Disciple of Tevishest, oh my goodness, is a really powerful card as well. In the late game, it's just a really good removal spell. It's also on a fairly efficient body. But I guess we can just take the rare. Hard to pass up a rare like this. It's just so big. Big and flying. It seems like it can win games all on its own. You get Commandeer here. You may exile 2 blue cards from your hand rather than pay its cost. Gain control of target non-creature spell. You may choose new targets for it. So it's sort of like a misdirection, but it also can steal like an artifact or enchantment. Greater Stone Spirit, 4/4 for 6, can't be blocked by creatures with flying. Resize, a pump spell. Vanish into memory, you play that against odds deck. Destroy target non-snow creature. I might just take this Rimewing Taskmaster. 2 mana 1/2. You can tap or untap target permanent. Activate this ability only if you control 4 or more snow permanents. There's also Geldit Shackles. Enchanted creature can't block. Its activated abilities can't be activated, and you can pay a snow mana to give it Defender so it can't attack until end of turn. I think I'm going to take this, though. This is basically an icy manipulation, if you have enough snow mana to make it icy. So now we have Vexing Sphinx, 4/4 flyer for 3, draw a card as its cumulative upkeep. So every upkeep you discard a card, the second one, 2 cards, and then when it dies, you draw a card for each age counter on it. Doesn't seem all that playable to me. We could take this Boreal Shelf, the blue-white snow land. There's also another Disciple of Tevishet. Zet. Oh my god. Oh my god. Good old Ice Age names. Grim Harvest is pretty sweet. Sees play in Pauper. Return a creature to your hand and has Recover. It can combo with Martyr of Sands. When he comes blocked, you draw 2 cards. I guess I'm going to take Boreal Shelf, I think. It adds snow mana. Ooh, man. Another Rimewing Taskmaster. I would be interested in Frostmarsh, since it lets us splash black, and it's another snow permanent for our Taskmaster. But I think I'm just going to take, Icy Manipulator is pretty good. So we'll just have to focus on turning it on. And there is a Frost Raptor. Jeez, and a Scred? Oh my, and another Disciple of Tevishet. Jeez. So many good cards. This is a snow creature, and it's a pretty aggressively costed flyer. I guess we take it. So it looks like we're heading towards a blue, some sort of blue deck, maybe blue-white, but that's not, wow. So this is what I mean about the redundancy of commons. We have 4 Rimewing Task Mages, or 3, in our first 6 picks. This is just pack 1. So that really comes into play with the surging cards. So now we just want to make sure we get enough snow permanents, that we always have these active. So snow lands are very high in our pick order, snow creatures are very high, and we can do a lot of damage, because this is tap or untap target permanent. So this can counter, basically, this can control basically anything. Not only does it tap down a creature, but it can tap down lands, which is kind of a big deal. Rite of Flame, I don't think is worth anything since it's banned in Modern. 21 cents at the moment. Flash Freeze, Glacial Plating. Gets +3/+3 for each age counter. Snow Crusher attacks each turn if able. Gets +1/+0 until end of turn. It is a snow creature, but it does attack every turn. Martyr of Frost. Alright, I guess we'll take Snow Crusher. Ooh, Cover of Winter. Gonna take Snow Covered Plains, I think. Counter target spell for 4 mana. Recover. Man, that's a Scred. Good lord. Alright, we're taking Scred. Maybe we dump white and we go blue-red. Scred is just such a good removal spell. Deals damage to target creature equal to the number of snow permanents you control. Also, it might have been better to take the Snow-Covered Plains over the Snow Crusher, but I'm still not 100% set on being in red. Target creature can't block this turn. Gains haste until end of turn. Wolverine, whenever he comes blocked, deals 1 damage. Well, we're taking Snow-Covered Mountain to facilitate our snow-covered plan. So I like where we're at. I don't know about this Adhikar Valkyrie, but people don't seem to be valuing snowlands too highly. Oh my goodness. I've seen this card rated like the best common, or one of the best commons in the entire set. So we're going to take it. Maybe we end up blue-black still. It's just so good. Tap it to give a creature -1/-1 until end of turn. And then the late game, you tap it, sack it, and basically kill anything in the format. And it's got a 3/1 body, so it can randomly attack. Just very powerful and limited. Not a snow creature, though. So we'll see. I mean, we're almost certainly in blue. I've also seen Zombie Musher rated pretty highly. And it's a snow creature. I guess we take that. Krovikian Scoundrel. I guess we can take that. Wall of Shards. Probably not playable in limited. We can take Searching Dementia. And sack a creature, you gain 2 life. And I guess it's possible we play that main deck. Well, now I think it's most likely that we're blue-black, actually. Maybe splashing other colors, but getting this Disciple late and Zombie Musher is a real push towards blue-black. Now, Braid of Fire, I don't think is really worth anything. It is, it's worth 270. Really unique card. Cumulative upkeep, you add a mana to your mana pool. So, but you have to spend that mana during your upkeep, so it's kind of hard to abuse, but I could imagine doing like an against odds on it. Leaning towards just taking Frost Raptor, another snow permanent, another evasive threat. Darien, King of Keldor. Whenever you're dealt damage, you may put that many 1/1 white soldier creature tokens onto the battlefield. Krovikian Mists. Jotun Owlkeeper. 3/3 for 3 cumulative upkeep, a white or a blue. When it dies, put a 1/1 bird creature with flying onto it for each creature on the battle, for each age counter on it. That's probably pretty good. I don't know about white though. We're kind of moving towards black. I don't know how good Chill to the Bone is. Non-snow creature. How valuable is that? Well, if we're staying in white, there's the Owlkeeper, the Shackles. There's also... Let's take another Snowland. Oh, man. Thrumming Stone. Thrumming Stone is so sweet. This is the card that combos with, like, Relentless Rats. It gives any spell you have Ripple. So in our deck, it wouldn't do too much. We can, like, try to Ripple our Rhymewind Task Mages, but... Another Tapper. Squall Drifter. Maybe we're just like Esper. Another Tapper seems fine. Can we have too many Tappers? What else are we going to take? White Shield Crusader is double white, which is kind of hard. Thrumming Stone just for value. Let's take Squall Drifter. There's another Frost Raptor. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to Tressorhorn Sky Knight by creatures with flying. And it's... or creatures with first strike, rather. If it was flying, that would be insane. Well, it's still 7 mana. 7 mana, 5/3. I think we just take this Frost Raptor. Third Frost Raptor. Jackal Mortar. So, 7 mana, 12/12. Enters the battlefield, tap. When it enters the battlefield, sack it unless you stack 5 lands. Doesn't untap during your untap step. Whenever you play an island, you can untap it. Well, that's nice, but there's also a Frost Raptor. Now there is nothing in blue. Target snow permanent becomes snow until end of turn. Target snow permanent isn't snow until end of turn. Probably isn't playable. Random things in other colors. We could get rid of this 1/5, this Reach Spider. Yeah, let's just hate out the Reach Spider. That seems like it could be bad for us. I'm going to start taking these Mists, because if they all table, I will play all of them. We can just play like 4 Krovikin Mists, and they all make each other bigger. We'll see if they table or not. Maybe I should have been taking them the whole time. Target Snowland becomes a 2/2 elemental with flying. It's still a land. Enchant creature does untap during its controller's untap step. Whenever enchant creature is dealt damage, destroy it. That's probably a fine... Oh, man. And a Scred. And a snow-covered swamp. Good God, what's going on? People don't seem to be valuing snow things at all. Alright, let's take snow-covered swamp. And then... Gelid Shackles, I guess? Alright, I guess we'll take another Shackles. It is a snow permanent, so it turns on all that stuff. Our Rhyme Wind Taskmasters. Take a Flash Freeze for the sideboard. Another Shackles, or this big flyer? Yeah, we'll take another Shackles. Well, our miss did not come back. Yeah, we'll take this rare. Martyr Bones. Well, we haven't taken much value. We could have taken the Braid of Fire and Thrumming Stone. Would have been 5 ticks-ish if we were more concerned about the value. So is this deck good? I like parts of it. But look at the redundancy. Like, that's what sticks out about this format. You don't have 4 of the same chase common in typical sets. Like, Frostwind Raptor is really solid. A Windrake that can give itself Shroud. Gilded Shackles probably isn't great, but it is Snow. So it turns on our Rime Winds. Don't know about Krovikin Scoundrel. Probably not playing that. So are we going to have to... What happens if we take black out of our deck? Are we anywhere near having enough playables? Removing the lands and removing the black cards. We have 14 playables. This is a straight blue-white deck. What do we get now? The rare is Karpusin Minotaur. Cumulative upkeep, flip a coin. It's a 3/3 for 4. Whenever you win a flip, it deals a damage to target creature or player. Whenever you lose a flip, it deals a damage to creature or player of an opponent's choosing. Another Scred. Surging Flame, one of the surging spells, deals 2 damage to a creature or player. Reveal the top 4 cards of your library. You can cast any cards with the same name from it. I might just take Snow-Covered Swamp. That would help us splash our black cards, and it's another snow source. So let's take Snow-Covered Swamp. So it's looking like we're probably going to be Esper. We might play this Mountain just as like a colorless snow source. I don't know if we'll actually try to cast Scred off of it. So I guess we can probably take some amount of black cards. Martyr of Sand, sack it, reveal X white cards from your hand, gain 3 times that many life. Snow-Covered Island, we definitely want. Cumulative upkeep 1. Whenever its cumulative upkeep cost is paid, it gets +1/+0 until end of turn for each black or red spent this way. Frozen Solid, Chill to the Bone. Whenever a non-creature source you control deals damage, you gain that much life. Into the North is probably good in green, just like a Snowland Rampant Growth. Let's take Snow-Covered Island. Garza's Assassin. Sacrifice it, destroy target non-black creature, pay half your life, round it up to recover. So when another creature is put to your graveyard, pay half your life and get it back to your hand. Guess we just take another Task Mage. Ooh, Cold Steel Heart? Cold Steel Heart's kind of mana fixed. Man, another Disciple. Alright, we're taking Disciple. We're going full on 3-color. Another Snow Creature Tapper. Another Taskman. Well, we will be good at tapping things. Start moving things back to the main deck here. So I guess we're basically a control deck that's going to try to win with Snow Crusher. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Taskmasters. That's pretty insane. And another Disciple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lands. So we need 2 more cards in our main deck. Well, let's see if we could play Gutless Schools if we have to. Do we want Grim Harvest? Return target creature from your graveyard to your hand. And then you can recover it. Whenever a creature is put in your graveyard from the battlefield, get it back. Otherwise, it gets exiled. Could just trade Tressorhorn. I guess we can take Tressorhorn Snakes and actually play the Scred too. I don't know if you're supposed to be 4-color control and triple Coldsnap. I don't know if that's the idea of the format. We got a lot of Snowlands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Man, another. All right, we'll take another Scred. Yeah, well, we're 4-color control. Take it however you will. I guess we'll take this Chill to the Bone. I guess it can kill things. Probably get rid of the Mists since we didn't end up getting all the other ones. Well, I have no idea if this will work. Things I like is that we can kind of combo off with Edikar Valkyrie and our Disciple here. Pay 6, sack it, kill something, get it back with our Edikar Valkyrie. The fact that we have 5 essentially Icy Manipulators plus 2 Squall Drifters. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 tappers. 7 tappers. Zombie Musher. I have no idea. This this format is so absurd. I have no idea if this has any chance of working. I know this is a good card. I know these are good cards. We have a lot of good cards. Let me put it that way. I know we have a lot of the best commons in the format, but I don't know if it's going to work in practice. Plus, we're a million colors. We're not going to play any of these things. Ugh, snow permanents don't untap during their untap step. That seems like it could get us. Let's, so does that if someone can cast it. We'll take the removal spell. Slash creature. Enchant creature has +2/+1 and pay a snow, can't be blocked by snow creatures. Now let's take luminescence. Another one of the color hosers, like flash freeze. Another chill to the bone. Jeez, I don't even. Wolverine, I guess. I don't think Thermal Flux is playable. Well, it looks like this is going to be our deck. On a scale of 1 to 10, I have no clue. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We have 20 snow permanents to activate our task mages, which seems good. Also means we can potentially deal 20 damage with our Screds. Our mana might be rough. We do have do have 3 duels though. 2 blue-white duels, 1 black-red duel. Get to play all our snow-covered basics. I think we're gonna run it something like this. So this gives us 1, 2, 3 red sources for our 2 Screds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blue sources for all of this stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 white sources. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 black sources. I kind of want more blue sources, but maybe it doesn't matter. We only really need 1, 6, 12, 18, 20 right there. I guess with 6, the odds are not that bad that we have 1 in our opening hand. Alright, let's try it like this. We'll see. 4-color control and triple Coldsnap. Like I said, I have no clue if this will work. I know we have good cards. Many copies of the same good card in some cases, thanks to the redundancy of the format. But we will see. Let's see if our power can overcome our inconsistency in our mana base. Alright, we'll be back with round 1.